Hello, Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO. It is time for another exciting development in Sloth City. And what is that development that I am talking about today? That, my dear Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO, is Sidewalks. Yes, Sloth City now has sidewalks, and they are probably 80% complete by now. That might be a little generous, but it's way up there. It's way over 50%. It's probably 3/4, I think, of the town anyway. And I have been working on it for hours, and my back is killing me. But it has been a good and productive day that otherwise would have been pretty much wasted, because during the day we were having an ice storm and there was no going anywhere. It was unsafe to go out of doors because of falling branches and falling ice. Currently we're having an electrical storm in the outside world, not here in Sloth City, because here in Sloth City, the weather is always beautiful. But yes, in the outside world, there is a thunderstorm going on, so if you hear any booms in the background, it is not anything blowing up, it's just nature. And if you hear any cats squalling, do not worry, they are not being killed, they are just unhappy because I'm in here in Sloth City, and I am talking, and they are not in here with me. So, if you hear any cats protesting in the background, that is why. But let's go ahead and take a look at these magnificent sidewalks, because I am so proud of them. If we back up a little bit, you can see that we have a strong checkerboard pattern going on, and that is a design statement that was decided upon because of budget. Budget constraints said that if I was going to have sidewalks at all, I was going to have to get the best deal on tiles possible. And that meant that I bought up a bunch of odd lots from a seller on eBay in, I think it was the Czech Republic. And it took forever for them to come here to Indiana from the Czech Republic. And the ones that I had ordered were just ones that he had on sale. And primarily, it was black. I guess people don't like to use 2x2 black tiles for sidewalks much. The ones that are not black are 2 different shades of gray. And I've tried to alternate them in the patterns so that it is not noticeable, or if you do notice it, it looks like, again, it was a design choice rather than a necessity. But just look how wonderful the fire station is looking now that we have the front of it all paved in. It means that the fire truck has someplace to sit that is paved, still off of the road, still not in the garage because it still doesn't fit, but that's okay because it means that we get to see this wonderful ladder truck. And let's take a look at some of the other angles. See, here we have sidewalks on both sides of the street. We have that going on except in one section of town. That is the section that is by the theme park and the airport. But just look how splendid that is with all of those running around. And I'm just kind of walking you through. I could turn off the camera and give you a different shot that way. But why would I do that when Sloth City is so awesome looking from every angle? Look at that. look at all of the color and all of the activity. We have people on the streets, we have cars on the roads, and now that we're over here, take a look at this. Downtown even has designated parking spots. And you can tell that they are designated parking spots. They are marked out. They have these little half-circle tile thingies in different colors so that it is more noticeable that it is a parking spot and that it is an individual parking spot, and to park in the parking spots and not just park... Oh, crap. Sorry. Not just park all willy-nilly like Abe here keeps doing, because Abe is not the best driver and certainly is not improved by his penchant for drinking under the influence of bright blue energy drinks. You shouldn't be doing that, Abe. You're getting that caffeine rush, and it is interfering with your coordination. Now look at that terrible, terrible parking job that you're doing. Anyway, moving on. Here's yet another angle. And here you can see that our wonderful Beam Me Up Scotty transporter has been moved to this nice location here. Corner location next to the grocery store owned by the wonderful lesbian couple. And on the other side, we have the awesome and unique baby store. And over here, we still have the condos and the Fabuland Inn. But now they are all tiled in nicely. They have a sidewalk that you can walk around on and not risk your life. All of the pavement here continues. It is going to be added to here in front of the city-county building, but that is one of the ones that isn't quite finished yet, but it gives you the idea of where it's going to be. You can see that there is, in fact, tiling on both sides of the street. And here we have, of course, the Time restaurant and its al fresco dining room, and it has been rearranged slightly to fit in with the wonderful pavement job that I've done. And as you can see, it continues on to the hospital and wraps around and goes clear down the street. So yes, indeed, if we pan out, you can see that it is all the way up and down. Shall we call it Main Street? Let's call it Main Street. All up and down Main Street. And if we come over here, you can see that really there is just one section here in front of the Garmadon Mall and the back of the city-county building and the hospital. That section is really the only section that doesn't have some sidewalk, if not, you know, on both sides of the street. That's the only place that doesn't have it on one side of the street anyway. Everybody else has got some sidewalks. And if we come over here, you can see that our cool animal rescuer guy has managed to clear out the shark baby pool, because the shark has been relocated to our new Sloth Sea, or Sea of Sloth, depending on whether you're talking to a human or an alien, because in alien languages it apparently translates to Sea of Sloth, and in most of the human languages that are here in Sloth City, it translates to Sloth Sea. But anyway, it's a body of water, and that's where the shark is. So that is all opened up now, and we have that open space for exercising all of the nice dogs, the nice rescue dogs that are still looking for homes. So anybody who wants to adopt a dog can come here. There are also cats, there are also birds. I would say that there was also a dragon, but it's still following our friend Jacques all over town, so I don't know. He might decide that he belongs with Jacques now. But yes, this is the animal rescue place. It also has sidewalks. It no longer has a shark, but it still has lots of other animals for you to adopt. So, I think that is probably going to wrap up the sidewalk show of Sidewalk. So now that I have shown you from all angles the glorious sidewalks of Sloth City that are nearly complete, I am going to probably take a break and fortify myself with some refreshments, because my back, as I think I told you, is really killing me after several hours of laying down tiles for sidewalks. So, until the next awesome episode of Sloth City, I hope that you, my dear Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO, have a fabulously awesome day. And join me for the next awesome episode of Sloth City.